History questions help guide the evaluation because they're like the framework for the whole thing. Without asking about how they hurt themselves, when they hurt themselves, how it affects their activities of daily living, you're not going to know what's going on really. And at the end, knowing what their goals are and how it affects their activities of daily living, you'll be able to plan out better how you're going to help them. So I took histories from 4 different patients, 3 of which are actually athletes here at ISU, and one of which is a student, but it is a real injury. It was just a mock situation. So when I approached the first one, he had come in after the game and he was getting treatment from one of the students there. So I walked up and asked if I could take a history. I asked the student that, and she explained to him what was going on. I introduced myself and asked if I could ask him questions, and he seemed more than happy to answer them. The second person had also come in after the game for treatment, and Kelly was helping him. Then a bunch of other athletes proceeded to come in, and she asked if I could take care of him. So I said, yeah. So I did Hivamat on his ankle, and I started asking him questions, and I just ended up taking a whole history. But there was also another student next to me listening to my questions, and she told me that I had taken a good history. So that's how I did the second one. The third athlete came in one day and went up to one of the other students and was complaining of his knee hurting. So they came and got me and asked me if I would take his history. Once I was done with that, the other student went back and did a full evaluation on his knee. The last one is a student, and it is a real injury. It was checked out by another athletic trainer here at school, and it was a great learning experience for me because he knows all about it, and the questions I was asking, he was helping me further them and get in more depth and help me put them in order better so I'm not all over the place asking about pain one time, his daily living activities, and then another about pain. So it was really helpful. I think one of the key questions is asking what happened. Another one would be asking what position they play because you never know what they need to do. Like some use their arms more, some use their legs more. You never know what situation they're in. You also need to know what their dominant side is because if they hurt their left arm and it's not their dominant side, it might not affect them as much as if it was their dominant hand. Um, it affects their daily life. So you need to know if somebody can't walk up the stairs and they have to go upstairs to go to their bedroom. Their pain scale, that's also something important because if somebody's at an 8 and a 10 is go to like the emergency room right now, you need to help get the pain level down so it doesn't get worse. Another important question is what motions cause it to hurt. Because if, like I said, somebody has to go upstairs and they have to bend their knee and their knees hurt and it hurts more to bend it, that could be an issue. Finally, there's questions that I wish I would have asked before somebody helped me. The first one is if the person felt anything pop or heard anything pop because that's significant. The next one would be, have you done this before? Like, have you injured yourself? Have you sprained your ankle multiple times? Have you had surgery on it? Anything like that. And the last question is, how long have you been treating this? Because one patient is chronic. It's from their senior year in high school, and they're now into college for a little while. So have they been treating it for years? Has it been months? Has it been weeks? Or did it just happen? So hopefully I've covered everything, but I know I left a few things out on the history that I actually wrote down or typed because I had a big window from where I had taken the history and I proceeded to help the patient, and I kind of forgot a few things every now and then. So some histories are better than the other ones because of the time lapse between them. So hopefully I got everything.